All right, first things first, moving the Raptor into the shed over there. I'm going to be gone the next week for work, so there's no reason this needs to be sitting outside. Sounds good. In we go. All right. What's going on, guys? Today, the Raptor's in the shed. It's cold, it's rainy. I'm gone the next week for work, so let's go through the shed. Many of you know work kind of controls life. I'm on call this weekend for work, so I cannot drive my personal vehicle, as much as that sucks. So, no Raptor movement yet. So the shed the Raptor is currently parked in, it is old. As you can tell, there is only one light that works. But in the future, I do want to try and get something in here, get it insulated, get it heated, make it nice, have a shop I can work in. And I can work in here now, but it's just not the most ideal situation. But in my opinion, Raptor looks very good in here. Like I said though, only one light works. With this having 12-foot sidewalls, tough to get up there. I don't have an A-frame ladder tall enough. Obviously, I am not 12 feet tall, and this is actually taller than 12 foot. The rafters in this building are laid out kind of weird. You can see the light right there. So, you know, they're probably 14 feet up in the air. If you have any ideas on how I can change lights in here without setting scaffolding up or without renting a lift, let me know. I would really appreciate it. So I guess starting out the video with lighting, let's just go right to electrical. This only has a 60 amp main in it, but it does have 240. So over here there is a 220 outlet for welding, air compressor, whatever you may need and or want for 240, but there's only one of them. And then the rest of it is pretty much just lights and outlets. So there isn't a whole lot of outlets in here. There's one here. There's one over there. There's one way in the back corner. We'll go back there later. Another outlet there, another outlet there. So there's really not a whole lot in here for outlets, and the lights are just a light socket, and this is what was in here. And I would like to put a like 4-foot LED light of some sort like that in here. This is my dog Maple. She's a turd wagon. Hi. But step one, get all this junk out. That is going to be where I start before anything. Firewood, ice shack, lawnmower, random miscellaneous farm equipment, some random lumber in here, random tin. And this was framed up for like a sliding door and kind of ended up changing my mind. I want to put a standard walk-through door in here. But again, work has other ideas. So for the time being, I just put some plywood over the top to keep animals out, all that fun stuff. Again, the building's absolutely filthy, but I guess I really haven't said much about the building. It is a 40 by 56, I believe, with a either 18 or 20 foot wide door, 12 foot tall door. What I would really like to do is right about here in the middle of the shed, I'd like to put a car lift right in the middle. Thinking about putting toolboxes in that corner back there by Maple and the push mower. And honestly, the rest of it, I don't really have any set in stone ideas. There is no water in here. There is no sewer, and I don't really have the option to do that. I suppose I could, but financially I don't have the option to do that, so I'm not going to. But right on the other side of this wall on the outside, it's 6 feet from the building, I suppose, there is a 500-gallon propane tank. So my thought kind of was get this insulated, run a propane line up, hang a propane heater up in this corner, and have heat in the winter. Air conditioning probably won't happen unless for some reason you guys really love me and want to give me a shitload of money, but I don't see that happening. So here's the outside of the building. Needs a good pressure washing. But here's the propane tank I was talking about. Could very easily trench a line underneath the ground and up inside the wall into that corner and hang the propane heater. And I also thought about doing a wood burning stove. Do the two of them, have redundant heat sources. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm dumb. Maybe I'm both. I haven't decided. Quick break in today's video to show you how much of a ding dong my dog is. I think it runs in the family, but she loves it when you do it with snow, but grass clippings are a close second. Whole Marbles. Her name's actually Maple, but I like calling her Marbles. All right, let's get back into it. So this is the view right when you walk in from the front door. How would you set this up if you were in my shoes? Like I said, I'd like to put a car lift right on the back bumper of the Raptor and tools, workbench, stuff in that back corner, back wall. The only thing that stinks is if I want a 220 volt air compressor, that's going to be up here along with a welder. And like I've said 7 times already, if you have any ideas at all that are better than what I have, please share. But the shop is 50 years old. I think it was built in 1975, actually. So it's old, but the bones are really good. Concrete's in very good shape, obviously. Now it's dirty. This used to be a cat house, so the cats were pretty spoiled, and they got kicked into another building where the cattle used to be, and they got all the straw and hay and everything they could ever want right now. So I think they're actually happier where they're at. So yeah, we can just do a walk along the outside here real quick. All of the studs are 4 foot on center, and same thing with the rafters. And also, if you have an idea of what this would cost me to insulate and sheet, I would appreciate that. I think I could probably do it on my own, but you know, if one of you fine people would like to come help me, I would not complain one single bit. So yeah, thanks for watching. Probably not the most entertaining video, but me and Maple say thanks for watching. If you have any ideas of what I can do, let me know in the comments. I'd really appreciate it. And I'd like to film it and share it as I go. And